Well, hello. What's happening, everybody? Yeah, it's been a little while since I recorded this last video. Last video I had was part 38. You see, I'm uploading now. This one I recorded like 2 weeks ago or something like that. So yeah, I've been really lazy about uploading and recording stuff. So we're gonna try to finish the Ferris wheel today in Powerwash Simulator VR. So yeah, so yeah, it's happening, folks. It's official. Um, I did that right. So yeah, we're gonna try to get this finished up today. So I'm tired of this Ferris wheel. Uh-huh. I wish I was paying attention. No one really does that when it's about to arrive. Why do you ask? See, I'm trying to get the hot stuff that's really hot up there as well. So, all right. So, recently, Nintendo had a Nintendo Direct. They're talking about the Nintendo Switch 2 that's now going to be coming out on June 5th this year. So, it's going to come out with a variety of games. There's going to be a Mario Kart World, which is the next one. So, I want to kind of share my thoughts on the upcoming games for Nintendo Switch 2. Now, as far as the hardware itself is, I think it's gonna be a definite upgrade as compared to the original Switch that we've known to love, of course. But it's gonna have 4K. It's gonna go up to 120 frames per second, as compared to the 60 we only get with the original Switch. So they're going to have wireless controllers, of course, and then also they're going to have for the Nintendo their virtual console thing that they have. They're adding a new thing to it, which is GameCube, which people are really excited about. Honestly, I loved GameCube. Now that now the hardware choices for the GameCube I thought were kind of weird, because back in the day they're using these mini disc that know, the hardware itself was kind of difficult for a lot of game developers to use because it was a different format than what PlayStation, that Sony PlayStation was using, and also, you know, also Xbox. So yeah, people are like kind of wondering. Yeah, Dave wasn't really too sure about it. I don't know, that's probably, I don't know if it's before or after Xbox. I can never keep up with that shit. But anyway, so GameCube, there's actually quite a few games on there I actually do like. So now there's actually a couple of James Bond games that I really liked that were on the GameCube. And there's one that's called Agent Under Fire. So, which was it's a really good game. Also, if I was not mistaken, there's a port of Everything or Nothing on GameCube as well. I really loved Everything or Nothing. That was also a really great James Bond title. But also just surprised to see that for Switch 2, they're releasing what is known as Project 007. Now, for people that do not know what Project 007 is, you can look this up on YouTube or Google it if you want to. Project 007 was actually, it's by a bunch of, like, you know, it's a, you know, from an independent developer who, it's pretty much, it was a multiplayer platform for, like, you know, for like GoldenEye, except for like, it's like a, you know, PC version of it. So where you can do like multiplayer and stuff like that. Sort of like in the very early days of online multiplayer, you have like, well, for example, there's Halo, there's the Half-Life multiplayer, if anybody remembers that. I was like, yeah, folks, I am that old. So, yeah, where's that scaffolding? We're going to need that. Scaffolding. Enter scaffolding. Okay. Well, sorry, y'all. Just kind of, it's been kind of distracted by this, but so yeah, so the GameCube stuff is actually quite exciting to hear. To go for the Switch too. Retail price is going to be around, I think. They said what it's like $400 and something, I think, 420 something like that. Then if you do the Mario Kart World bundle, that's like $499, so pretty much $500 for it. But they said they're going to take pre-orders, but Nintendo is holding back on that for now because of the tariffs. So. Excellent. It's just me. Alright. Okay. Excellent. I think that the side's pretty much done. Alright, so also some of the other main games that I saw they're going to be released on Switch 2 are a new Donkey Kong 3D title. It pretty much looks like Donkey Kong Odyssey, but it's called Donkey Kong Bonanza. So, and from the I don't know, from the footage I saw, it looks like a really fun game, so I'll be looking forward to that one. I don't know when I'm going to give me a Switch 2, probably at some point, but not at launch, probably, because, yeah, that's a little expensive. It's kind of in my price range for now, but I'm sure that that's most likely to change. Okay. Also, one of the games that I'm going to be looking forward to is Metroid Prime 4, which is going to be Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. So, apparently, Samus is going to have some sort of psychic ability in this next game. So, that's going to be cool. I'm like, that's going to be a new mechanic we can mess around with. Oh, the new suits look awesome, by the way. There's this red suit that I'm looking forward to seeing in more in depth. Well, I can tell you for sure this Ferris wheel is definitely looking a lot better than it did when we first started. It was pretty on the pathetic side. Alright, so I guess we'll start our way up now. So, yeah, so there's also going to be Kirby Air Riders, which is going to be the long-anticipated sequel to Kirby's Air Ride. Yeah, my stuff is really glitching out tonight for some reason. I have no idea why. And now, alright, now the heart rate. Let's see. Oh, what should it give you? Oh, well. Just ignore that. Alright, folks, I think what we're going to do now is... Can we go down? No, we cannot. Okay. Okay. Don't do this at home, kids. Okay, I didn't mean to do that. Sorry if I scared anybody. Oh, now here comes the hard part. Switch to reverse view. Okay. Now what? Well, I don't see anything else that's wrong with this one. It's apparently just a bunch of tidbits of stuff that I need to tidy up here. Oh, man, this is so annoying. Ah. I don't see anything. Still not last. So we're still missing something. I just can't see it. Control button, pod frames, and front outer beams. Okay. Pod frames. Okay, so it's one of these. Okay. Just okay, folks. Finally done. Cool. Uh, there we have it, folks. Finally done. Yeah, that should be more than $900. That was a tricky one. Oh, sweet. A subway platform? That's $2,000. Wow. Awesome sauce. Alright. Well, I think that's going to be it for me for tonight. So, hopefully that part 38 I'll just release here in a few minutes. This is part 39, so probably I'm going to try to upload this tomorrow. If not tomorrow night, or early Tuesday. So, as always, folks, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.